And good Saturday morning. How are you today? We start out this morning at 35 just after 8 o'clock as we roll toward a high of 66. It's going to be a gorgeous day. And we do have a chance of some severe weather next week. Not huge, but we'll get into that and tell you what day and the breakdown of when all that will happen and who will be affected by that. But that's up and coming in a few moments. A few things that are going on today out at Highland Park at 10 a.m. They're having a Easter egg hunt. And also Earth's Bounty will kick off, I think it's starting right now, and it will run through about noon today down at Singing Brakeman Park. That's right down by the train station if you're in town and want to see what they have to offer. That's going on this morning also. But good morning. I hope your day is going well for you, and you got it all underway. What a weekend so far that has gone on. Of course, the attack at the Capitol, we'll talk about that. Tragic. Guy was a football player, and went the opposite way from everything we understand. He was a college football star. At least that's what the headline tells us this morning here. And then started following Louis Farrakhan, become a Nation of Islam follower. And that's him there in high school, went on. I don't understand everything why he would want to do that. That's the scene yesterday that happened in Washington at the Capitol. He lost his life also with a police officer. Horrible, horrible. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the police officers there at the Capitol for that happening. It makes no sense, does it? Horrible. But that's what went on yesterday. And also, one of the big things that went on in Clark County, I'm not sure if you're aware of everything that went on, the post office was robbed. Now, when the post office is robbed, that becomes a federal offense. As we go to the folks that were carrying it first and broke the news of everything that was going on, Clark County Hot Topics. There is a $50,000 reward for the capture of the person that did this. Of course, Clark County Hot Topics was all over it and broke the news of what went on. As a matter of fact, they had a chance to interview Sheriff Todd Kemp. I thought I'd share that with you. Again, this is from Clark County Hot Topics of what went on yesterday.
Around 10 a.m. this morning, we received a 911 call about an armed robbery here at the post office in Pachuta. Clerk advised an individual came in the store dressed in a gray hoodie with a black mask on, took an undisclosed amount of money, was armed with a handgun. Subject fled on foot to the north side of the building. Deputies are now canvassing the area trying to find any kind of evidence that we can to tie this to this particular case. We have contacted the postal inspectors. They're en route. This was a federal jurisdiction. Our role at this point is to assist them trying to get this person apprehended.
Again, that becomes a federal offense when it becomes a U.S. building, and of course the post office is. So federal thing. And I don't know how much money they took, but I would not think there would be a lot of money in a post office that would be worth a federal crime by any means. But they are looking for the individual, and he will be captured before it's over. So Clark County all over that. And again, a big thank you to Clark County Hot Topics for the video of what went on there in Pachuta. You just don't see something like that coming. Also yesterday, I don't know if you saw this, former President Donald Trump called for a boycott on baseball after the group has decided to move the baseball game, Major League game, from Atlanta because they don't like the new voting law that was put into effect. It doesn't work when sports gets into dictating what goes on in politics. They play ball, they play football, whatever it is they do, whether it's baseball, and need to just do that. I think that's how most Americans feel about the situation. But that's where we are on that. So as we get this morning started, lots going on, but a beautiful day today. 66 for that high, as I said. We hope you'll get out and enjoy yourself a little bit, do some things outside, and then do some Easter egg hunting. That's always fun with the kids as we get ready to welcome in a beautiful Easter weekend. And don't forget what Easter is all about. And I mentioned that in the headline there of what Easter is about. Jesus Christ gave his life for us. If you can, attend church tomorrow. If you can't, there will be plenty of places online that you can watch a church service if you just can't make it out. I want to remind you, if you never went up and visited with my friends at Talbert Enterprises in House, Mississippi, you need a car part, they probably got it. Need a bumper, anything like that. Any part that you can think of with your car, they'll save you some money. Talbert Enterprises, you go to House and take a right, and it'll be right down the road on the left. You don't have to pay those new expensive prices for a part when they've probably got a car identical to yours sitting there. Drop in and see Kenny and the gang at Talbert Enterprises. They'll help you. Let's turn to weather this morning and see what the National Weather Service has for us.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Well, we start out today going back looking at what happened. It was 1934 that it was a warm 88 degrees today. That was warm. On the flip side of that, 1962, a good bit of people still remember that, a 31-degree day. It was chilly for us as we began that in 1962. As we look at today, gradually becoming sunny by the afternoon is what we'll get. Right now, there's still a little bit of frost out there burning off. The freeze warning has been lifted. That went out at 8 o'clock. Alabama's will disappear in just a moment. So that's what we've got. As I mentioned, what's going to be coming up this week? Let's see, gradually sunny there as you look across Alabama. 65, 67, Tuscaloosa right across from us, and Demopolis 66. This is what we've got to look forward to. Severe storms are possible on Wednesday. Now, at this point, they've got the line just north, taking in just part of the northern portion of Neshoba County, all of Winston County, and all of Noxubee County. Now, chances are by Wednesday, we're a few days away from that. That's probably going to drift down and affect a little bit more area than they're showing. A higher rate of more thunderstorms as you get into the Mississippi Delta. We'll watch that, though. But Winston County and Noxubee County, you're definitely in it next week as it comes about there. Attala, you're also involved in that. So anyway, I'll keep you up to date with as that weather develops as we move toward next week and where it goes, and we'll look at what we've got lined out for today in just a moment there. Temperatures, what's going to happen over the next 10 days? Well, looks like it's going to be normal. As we look at this, as temperatures will just kind of die down and just kind of be flatline for us. Not bad at all. So not a bad way to look at it. As we look at our extended forecast, here we go. Today, 66. We get to 72 tomorrow, 75 on Monday, 77 Tuesday, and then that's when our next chance of rain comes back into the forecast. The severe thunderstorm possibility of severe weather will come in the evening hours into nighttime, and by Thursday we've got an 40% chance of showers there. So Wednesday evening we get just about a full week without getting all caught up into some severe thunderstorms, and maybe, just maybe, you can get your grass cut in between now and tomorrow to get everything ready for Easter. We've had a time with all of this rain to where you just literally could not get out and do anything with it. As we look at patchy frost through 8 a.m. today is what we're getting here. That's gone. It's still out there a little bit. High of 66 is what we've got. As we move later on tonight, we'll get down to 38. Not as cold. Still, you might want to keep your plants and stuff covered up at that temperature as we get back to sunshine in 72. And by Monday, we've got sunshine everywhere in 76. So not bad at all. Let's look. Let's go one more step here and look mid-month of April of what is being forecasted. We keep upper 70s all the way through about the middle of the month, about 17. Nighttime lows will hit into the 50s. So no big surprises that we see so far. Again, any forecast can be adjusted in between now and then, but so far we're looking great. Not bad at all. Again, severe weather possibility rolling in. That's going to be coming up on Wednesday evening. So that's what we're watching, where it might lead to. Don't forget tonight, Racing Action returns if you're going to be out and about out at Why Not. It will be at Why Not Motorsports Park as they crate racing late models, the Sportsman, also crate racing, USA Street Stocks, all of the great racing that you've come to expect. Go out and see Rodney and his gang. Why Not Mississippi on the right-hand side of the road. You cannot miss it when you roll into town. So they'll help you out there. So visit with them a little bit tonight. I hope you got a good day lined up for you. We're still chilly, 35. I've been outside a few times there this morning. I got to get a weed eater going in a minute. I've put that off as long as I could. I think it's time I'm going to have to actually do something before this is over. Angie's not going to let me get away with it much longer. So that's where we are. Thank you for dropping by and joining me this morning. We'll have lots of other things going on. We're developing stories that happen. We'll get those out to you. And I did want to bring this up. Yesterday, I almost forgot about that. We mentioned the wreck that happened on Highway 494 yesterday morning. The road was blocked. Here, if you haven't looked at my Facebook page in the last few hours, here's a picture of the wreck. And this was posted by Gail Shelton Sharp with Ashton Grimes, and that was the scene of the wreck. It was. It looks as though it was a head-on collision. I think both parties were banged up pretty bad, and just sad. Keep that family in their prayers, both sides of that, because it's going to take some recovery being in an accident like that. But both lived, thank heavens. Bruised up a little bit, but always use extreme caution. That we hate to even have to talk about things like that, but that did happen yesterday. So prayers for both families on that matter. On that, that was at Hopewell Road on Highway 494, right before you get into Little Rock. So that happened yesterday. Let's hope no more of that happens this weekend. Prayers for everybody on that. Again, thank you for dropping by and spending a little time with me this morning. I wanted to say good morning to Jennifer Breland. She's watching from the big city of House, Mississippi. Thank you. Also, Tabby Jo Long is up. She's wishing everyone a blessed day. Good morning from Atlanta, from JT Rigdon. How are you, JT? Busy over there in Atlanta, isn't it? Well, I cringe every time I pass through that traffic in there. Whew. Good morning to Brian Guest. Thanks for watching this morning. Also from the Philadelphia area. Good morning to, let's see here, Donna Roseman, frosting on the hill. Whew. It will disappear before it's all over and done. A cool day, Charlotte Gray says. It is a cool morning as we start that. Belinda Atkins says it's a beautiful day and good morning. Also, Helen Stubberfield, all the way from the Philadelphia area. How are you today? Glad to have you watching, Miss Helen. Glad your day is good. And Linda Culpepper is up. Prayers for all that was involved in the wreck is what she's referring to. So, wish I had a perfect day to tell you that nothing bad will happen, but that's not always the case as we watch the stories that come in from around the nation. Make sure to join me Monday morning at 8:30 as Candace will join me back, and we'll give you what all goes on over the weekend, all the headlines. I'll keep you posted as we go about that. Again, thank you for dropping by and spending a little bit of time with me this morning. I appreciate it, and we'll be back later with more coverage here at Scotty Ray's Weather. Thank you. God bless, and have a beautiful, sunshiny day.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by